Welcome, everybody. Wanted to talk to you about Three Eye Atlas. We're in a bit of a data drought right now. It's behind the sun. We're not going to have a whole lot of information on it. Perihelion is still on track for October 29th, and it looks like it'll be about 1.36 astronomical units from the sun. We'll see what comes out of that. But there's a lot of rumors and stuff on social media, and when I can only listen to so much of that, and then I got to come on here and talk about it. And the one that keeps being repeated to me is that Three Eye Atlas split in two. The trajectory's changed significantly, and now it's going to hit Earth. That's what the social media rumors are, right? Um, so that there's no evidence of that, right? Like it all stems from when the coronal mass ejection hit it, and the perception was that it would change it somehow, but really it didn't. And that's when we decided that this thing is a lot bigger than what we had originally thought. Right? That's basically when that thought come about. Uh, Three Eye Atlas is on a hyperbolic path indicating interstellar origins, and it's going to reach perihelion, which is the closest approach to the sun, on October 29th, 2025, at about 1.36 astronomical units, which is 200 million kilometers from the sun. Its closest approach to the Earth will be 1.8 astronomical units, about 270 million kilometers. That's going to be on December 19th, 2025. Far too distant to pose any kind of collision risk. No fragments or other objects associated with it are on trajectory towards Earth. So anyone that's telling you that, um, I'm just telling you that they're making it up. They do not have any evidence of it. Right? Um, it did not split up, and we just don't have any evidence of it. And that it just makes me so mad when I watch those videos. And like the other video is that there's an alien fleet starting to form out there and getting ready to attack us. There's no evidence of that. We don't see anything like that. The other one is that it now has companion craft with it, and Ovulo kind of made it even worse because they asked him point blank about it, and he didn't exactly say no, but he's speculating. And just remember, I like listening to everything he says, but he's trying to sell books. So just keep that in mind. But, as Three Eye Atlas gets closer to the sun, October 29th, increased solar heating could cause outbursts or fragmentation similar to what happened to Two Eye Borisov or Shoemaker Levy 9. However, as of October 12th, 2025, the date of this video, no splitting has been observed. Recent images from the Mars orbiters and also ESA's JUICE mission show only the main nucleus with faint artifacts or unrelated noise mistaken for fragments in some unverified reports. Ground based telescopes in Hawaii, Chile, and Australia continue to track it best they can because it's behind the sun there, but no one has detected a breakup. And those stories are unfounded right now. Spectacular stories, but they're unfounded. It is larger than we initially thought. It could be maybe as much as 5.6 kilometers across, and it could weigh over 33 billion tons, which would explain why the coronal mass ejection event really didn't affect it. It has a high carbon dioxide to water ice ratio, which is like 8 to 1, and that suggests origins outside of our star system. All this we know. It's emitting cyanide gas and nickel vapor. Um, and that is consistent with natural comets, not artificial objects. So, as we're starting to get more data, it's slightly starting to lean towards looking more like a natural comet, right? Which is, even in our most speculative times, we were just speculating, right? I think that when you look at the evidence all along, lots of coincidences, a lot of peculiarities, but nothing that really screamed this has to be, an alien craft. But speculation from Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb and others have fueled online discussions about potential disintegration near the perihelion, or even exotic origins like it being an alien mothership with probes, and some social media images of Mars moons. have been circulated, or unrelated comets um, have been misidentified as fragments, but official sources from NASA, European Space Agency, the Minor Planet Center emphasize it's a natural comet under close monitoring with no confirmed splitting. If new observations emerge post perihelion, which is expected in late November, with the perihelions in late October 25, but some of our observations are going to be in November. Uh, all this data could change. Like, things could change after perihelion. Comets do change at perihelion, but current data rules out any kind of Earth-directed fragments. So, I track this every day, and if something really important emerges, just know I'll come online with another video. I also talk about it when I go live. Um, there's really, there's not much changed. I can tell you that on the speculative side, there is suspicion that there could have been what they're calling a slight change in the course that might not be gravitational related, right? And all that's we're having to confirm that right now. It's being called a slight course alteration right now, a non-gravitational perturbation, but the evidence is preliminary. Now, how in the world would a comet move and it's non-gravitational? This is all the stuff that makes Three Eye Atlas a fascinating object that keeps on making us think something's up. But as more data comes in, we think that it's a natural comet. Avi Loeb's one of his big points is how anomalously massive it is. It's just a really big object, and it's way bigger than what we would expect for an interstellar object. Um, so, that's an interesting one that we need to resolve. We need to understand how big it is. Right now, it's looking like it's a little bit over 5 kilometers, which is bigger than that's massive compared to what we would expect an interstellar object to be. So, Avi Loeb is calling this a once in 10,000 year event, and that warrants our attention. That's for sure.